all of these pins are not at all sufficient for getting through this fabric. And this makes me a little bit scared. Nothing is getting through. There we go. Okay. Maybe I need to be fair, I might need some new pins at some point. Because these have had a lot of use. They probably are genuinely getting a little bit blunt at this point. Great. One iron out. Whoop. Glass is being thrown absolutely everywhere. Right, okay, we're gonna also steam up. It's gonna get steamy in here. Just take a moment to fill that up. Yeah, we really need to readjust the camera situation. Our camera situation is a little... It's focused on the wrong thing, you know? A lot more of the back of the table, which is fine. That's not where things are happening. Okay, we're going to stand up for a moment. Because, oh, it's good to stretch the legs. When you've been sitting down for too long, your legs are like, what is this movement? Wild. Right, okay, we got steam, we got steam, we got steam. We also have floof for days. Speaking of floof, the culprit of said floof is our little penguin plushie that we made. Or reversible penguin plush. But yeah, I genuinely had to hoover the plushie itself because it was still shedding. It seems to have mostly sorted itself out now. So, yeah, it's a lot of fluff. Something potentially worse than glitter in the craft room is all of the fluffy stuff. I think I am going to put, just because our iron is looking a little bit grotty, I'm going to put a little bit of scrap fabric over the top. Because yeah, we don't want to get any grottiness on our fancy fabric, especially if there is any chance that this might become our final corset. We want it to look nice. I mean, nobody's going to see it except for maybe like pictures of it that will appear in the build book. And to be fair, I will probably also post pictures of it on the gram, on the Instagrams. Sorry, on a side note, social media at the moment, there's a lot of new things happening, huh? 1 week it was Mastodon. For context, that anybody that isn't chronically online. So Twitter's been having a time TM with under new management. So people have been sort of looking for new places to go. I'm intrigued to know what people make of most of like the other places online. If you have tried them, whether you're not bothered even, it's like this makes no difference. I'm intrigued to hear people's thoughts on it. Okay, let's. I'm wondering if I maybe risk very briefly direct contact. We need more steam. More steam. There we go. Okay, that's getting through. Yeah, I think the latest one seems to be Hive. I wonder if we'll get a new one that everybody will be jumping ship to next week. That's the real question. Oh, okay, so this could be maybe a fun topic of conversation also. If you were making your own like website or place to hang out, what would it look like? What would the dream vision be? We'll all become web designers for a moment. Or developers. App developers. I think a lot of folks these days are very tired of like algorithm stuff, of like people being shown stuff that they don't really want to be shown. There may be something that isn't that, maybe. As a change, which I've heard Mastodon is very that. You just kind of follow the people that you follow. I'm going back to Tumblr. At least I already know that place is rubbish. Yeah, I feel like Tumblr. Yeah, Tumblr's the one that's really done well recently. Sorry, Zeta, have you? What has anybody heard of this Goncharov thing? The was it 1973 Scorsese film that Tumblr has? This film doesn't exist. Nope. Okay, boy, do I have a story for you? So apparently, the Tumblr universe has decided to basically create discourse about a film called Goncharov. Apparently, 1973. There might be a remake in the works, potentially starring Timothy Chalamet. I can't remember who else they said was potentially going to be in the remake. I like that I know all this despite never being on Tumblr. However, the important thing to note about Goncharov is the fact that this film does not exist. It is an entirely fictional film. Not in the sense that it's a film about a fictional topic. No. The film does not exist. And I think it's kind of brilliant. And there are memes. I genuinely saw on Twitter somebody saying they were doing a cosplay from the film, recreating a scene from this film that does not exist. I don't know how much I emphasize the fact this film does not exist. And like people have like taken screenshots from like other films saying that it's from this scene. And there's like all these whole like character arcs, like discourse, everything, all the things that you normally get on Tumblr fandom. That sounds like Tumblr. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we don't need to create new places. We just go over to Tumblr. Because I am here for this kind of nonsense. But it's like a parody of all the like usual kind of discourse that you would get around a film. But it's a film that doesn't exist. And I love the idea that somebody somewhere is going to hear about this and decide that they are going to try and make a remake about this film that everyone's obsessed with. And once again, it does not exist. And I love it. It's so good. It's so silly. I can imagine it being like maybe like a Kickstarter thing. Of somebody being like, I want to make the Goncharov remake. It's probably got all this additional lore of like the behind the scenes and all kinds of nonsense. Also, oh my gosh, we have so many threads just everywhere. Look at all these threads all over the place. Also, can we zoom out anymore? Oh, we can, just a little bit. There we go. Yeah. The other delightful internet trend that I've heard of recently is the Dabloons or Dabloon Talk, with folks being visited usually by like I think a cat delivering doubloons or stealing doubloons, receiving and I think also like getting items and stuff, and like people getting heavily invested in the doubloon market and like keeping records of like what items they have. And if there's ever anything that was going to properly lure me to TikTok, I think that has to be it. Because it's like the list of things that people I've seen posting of what they've got, just like loads of adventuring gear, and it's like has TikTok like spontaneously created some kind of massive D&D game with this massive doubloon trade. I enjoy the concept immensely. Apparently they're suffering massive doubloon inflation because the way that you get more doubloons is making videos and well, or receiving doubloons in videos, so people just make more videos, and there's just too many doubloons now to be a doubloon baron. Sonko, we watch popular movies. Also, Sonko, he gets invested in a film that doesn't even exist and was made up by Tumblr. Doesn't watch. Yeah, it's true. That is. Yeah.